How's it going, everybody? Namaste. It's Robin here. Thanks for joining me on my channel, Oracle Rising. So today I'm going to talk about, it's kind of a daunting subject. I was going to talk about the Grand Awakening as opposed to the Great Reset. Okay, so there's a lot going on. There's always a lot going on, but right now it just seems like there's a fever pitch of activity going on around the earth. Okay, so there is what people are calling, and I did some research on this, and you can look it up too if you want to look up the Great Reset. Everything that was returned to me was, oh, the conspiracy theory about the Great Reset. Okay, so let's try to shatter that illusion very quickly. Okay, so the Great Reset, it is a corporate takeover of global structures. Okay, this includes your banking, this includes your vaccinations, and this also includes your food supply. Okay, so let's have a really close look at what has been going on in the past 2 to 5 years. Okay, so is any of that ringing true? And then there's this sort of attitude that, oh, we're just going to pull the wool over your eyes once again, humanity, while we do whatever it is that we want. Okay, so gas prices right now, they're just astronomical. It has affected every single thing down the line. Okay, it obviously affects your food prices. There's food shortages. And the scariest thing of all to me is somebody telling me what I have to put into my body as far as vaccination. Okay, and then it all went away except for travel. Okay, so the vaccinations, get your first, get your second, get your booster, get your whatever, quadruple booster. Okay, and then people are still getting sick. So that really scares the pants off of me. I'm going to be just straight up about that. I'm not a fan of getting injections, and it's not because I'm scared of them. It's because I really doubt the effectiveness of them. Okay, so just seemed like a lot of mass control going on. As far as banking is concerned, I mean, there's a family that owns banks all around the world, and they are controlling obviously interest rates. I mean, who has access to money, who can get approved for a loan. I mean, it's just like, it's very terrifying. Okay, so if you're new to awakening, or if you're just starting to understand what the matrix is, the further you get along your path, the scarier it's going to be, because this is deep and very far reaching. It impacts and affects every single aspect of your life. I mean, we at one point during COVID, they were, at least where I live, they were saying like how many people you could have in your home, and that they were going to come check your home to see what was going on in it. And this just sounds like World War II, what was happening in Germany with the Jewish culture. I mean, it's just really earth-shattering. If you guys haven't really studied World War II, I had a fascination with that era because my grandfather was in that war. So I read a couple of really intense novels, and it was like, it was pretty terrifying. Okay, what rights people can have taken away immediately and without question. And then another thing that's going on, you guys, is the fact that there's always seems to be a surplus of money and expenditure available for war. Okay, so, oh, we're going to war? Yeah, cool. Yeah, let's fund that, like up the wazoo. Billions and trillions of dollars going into war. But meanwhile, we've got starving people. We've got people without health care. You know, we've got people doing without. Okay, so there's a real focus on a certain class of people, a certain echelon of people having control, and they gain that control by pushing people that are not in government, that are not in monarchy, that are not in whatever, like banking, corporations. They push people down. Like, and if you really just don't think that corporations have anything to do with a Great Reset, and the Great Reset is to really push the divides, that the 1% is way up here and the 99% is barely getting by without anything. Okay, so like, what has your last customer service experience been like? If you've ever had to complain about something, or you needed some additional advice, so you made a phone call, how long did you sit on that phone call? or if you sent an email to customer service, how long did you wait before you got a response? Or did you even get a response? Okay, so for those of you that are new to the channel and new to the possibility that you are a light worker or a light warrior, starseed, anything like that, I really strongly recommend that you watch The Matrix, because this is what is going on right now, okay? So there's a moment in the movie where Morpheus offers Neo, let me just get a sip of water. Anyway, thanks for holding. Red pill or blue pill, okay? So the blue pill, it just lulls you back into, I guess, the comfort, question mark, of the Matrix, where you don't have this inkling or understanding that it's all smoke and mirrors, just so that like basically evil structures can have their way, and negative alien races as well, okay? So the red pill, it is a big awakening, okay? And there's lots and lots and lots of starseeds and light workers awakening at this point in time. So I belong to a Galactic Federation page on Facebook, and the number of people that are joining that page is just staggering. So it does feel like we're a little bit outnumbered right now, like the light workers and the light warriors and the people that are here to enhance and speed up the Great Awakening, okay? Because this is a real tipping point here right now. Like, if you don't have a bit of healthy fear for what is happening outside your door, I don't think you're paying attention. And I mean that with love, okay? It's not something I focus a lot of my time on. It's something that I give awareness to so that I will not feed that energy. There are conversations that I will not have with people because people just get enraged. And this is the energy that enhances the growth rate of the Great Reset. It just feeds people into it, okay? So there's an awareness, it's there, and it needs to be minimized, and it needs to be eradicated as soon as possible. So this is where all of us light workers and light warriors and starseeds, there's tons of people out here helping with the Great Awakening, like really lifting the planet from 3D into 4D and 5D beyond where we belong. Okay, so we've taken the red pill of awakening, you know, figuratively. So what's next? Okay, so not every single person, and I think this is really important for you guys to be aware of, not every person that is awakening is going to be on the front lines of the battle, okay, of spiritual warfare right now, because there is everything that is happening right now is spiritual warfare. So the biggest thing that you can do to help the Great Awakening is to just be joyful and happy. So this is why, and I know I mention this a lot, but it's super important. People ask me, oh, hey, did you watch the news last night? I'm like, no, no, I didn't, because you don't even know what's true anymore. The same thing with political rallies. Like, I can't even believe that we're paying people to be politicians. It just absolutely blows my mind. And maybe there's a couple good politicians out there, but I can't really think of one. So you guys could let me know in the comments. I mean, something that happened here where I live during COVID, where people were just getting laid off and terminated and, you know, just losing everything. Our local government gave themselves a raise, okay? And it was just, are you even kidding me? You know, and then they're complaining about the debt factor. So they just don't care, you guys. I mean, obviously, I don't think the politicians, government, anybody in control, they just don't care about people that unless they are part of that faction. Okay, so this is time where we need to band together. If you haven't taken your red pill, it's really time to. I really, really strongly urge that you watch The Matrix, because people say this all the time, and I do believe Keanu Reeves said this himself. It is not a movie, it's a documentary. That's actually where I got my channel name from, because there is an oracle in the movie, and I called myself Oracle Rising for a reason. I'm here to help you guys out of the Matrix. I'm bringing you information and hopefully not scaring you, because that's not what I'm trying to do here. It's trying to have you look at things in a bit of a different way and saying, okay, so I fell for that for a really long time. And you know what? We were all there, okay? That's the purpose of us being here, is to remember who we are. So really focus on your vibration. Start like eliminating things from your life that make you worried, make you scared. This is friends, family members. It's okay to eliminate toxic people. It doesn't matter what their relationship is with you. You got to think about that. It's an individual basis. I'm a little bit ruthless when people, when they're super negative. I just don't have space in my life for that. So that's something that you might start doing as well. But anyway, news, always a no-no for me. Always, always, always. Something else that's going on, you guys. Whenever something is going on that is huge behind the scenes, there is a massive distraction going on that is presented to humanity to kind of like something shining over here. Don't look at what's going on over here. Okay, so as things are starting to really devolve, all of a sudden we have this massive divorce case of 2 celebrities being like pumped into every news feed. You can't get away from it. I'm talking about Johnny Depp, who I adore, by the way. But anyway, I mean, how can you really focus on evolving if you're watching that kind of stuff? Why they televised it is beyond me, other than to like really distract from something that is going on with the government or, you know, politicians or whatever, whoever's in control right now. It's certainly not the light. It's not us, but that's what we're here for. So guys, the Great Awakening is what we're here to focus on. I really hope that like the videos that I'm doing are bringing you strength and awareness. I'm always open to doing, whatever content that you want to learn more about. So my email address is oraclerising2@gmail.com. So you guys can send me an email or pop something in the comments. I'm here to grow and rise above with you guys. Okay, so we're all imperfectly perfect in our awarenesses and our strategies. So really important that we support each other here, because like things could really go in the toilet. Things could really get dark. I just want to mention that I did a video quite some time ago, I think maybe last year, I can't even remember, about Atlantis and Lemuria, where they resided in the 4D and 5D, and all of a sudden they're gone and they're just a rumor, okay? And people don't even believe it existed anymore. So we don't want that for ourselves. We don't want that for our children. We don't want that for future generations. We don't want that for anybody else that is living. We want everybody to be able to live stress-free. People shouldn't even have to work. There's enough abundance. We shouldn't be like begging and scraping corporations and banks for every last penny, you know. As enough is enough. Like, I have spoken. So let's really like put our hearts together, you guys, and form that shield wall against any negative energies that are trying to take over our planet, because we live here and we should have a say in what happens, and we will. Okay, so stay strong, you guys. Sending you massive love, massive light. Okay, take care. Bye.